morning, Sunday morning, last day, last flight of the Reno Air Races 2023 and forever. Kind of a somber day. We're excited to be here, we're excited to race. But in the back of our mind, we all know this is the last time we're going to be doing this. And so it's kind of a heavy fog over us this morning. But we got some great racing coming up. We got 3 sessions. We're going to go out and stay out for all of them. We'll probably do 3 runs each. All grudge match fun runs, and it's gonna be awesome. So if you guys are here, get to the stands. We're probably gonna be rolling down there about 7:40. Races start 7:45. Last day.
Well, this morning we got here so early, the worms weren't even out for the early birds to get.
It's very early. Yeah.
Hey gang, just for us real quick, we got 3 sessions like you said.
They were 30, now they're 25.
Now they're 25, so it's all right. We'll go out and have fun. I think it's all bracket racing, fun races today, but that doesn't mean we don't go out there with our guard down. We got one more day.
There, pick one up. A lot of information, a lot of entertainment in this year's program.
So traditionally we've done bracket elimination drag racing. This year, because we've got over $20,000 worth of prize money to split up between the 23 racers, we are doing video reviews of each run and breaking the prize money down on the best average of 7 runs throughout this weekend. But today we've got those times all down. So today we are running back to traditional bracket racing.
Just when you thought you were going to have a quiet morning, here comes.
Yo, pivot in 3, 2, 1, pivot. Eddie, we're gonna hold you. I'm gonna hold you for 9 seconds, Eddie. Okay, we're cleared down and we're cleared up. Are you ready? Here we go on the top. 3, 2, 1, see ya!
I'll play nice.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See ya, Eddie, go get him! Oh, well, that was so close. I have to call a tie. Clear to taxi. Would have to go to video review. Clear to taxi. That was fantastic.
At the turnaround, Brian touches down a bit first.
It's not who.
Boy, talk about a fun run. That was awesome. Went up against Eddie. They gave me a 9-second head start because that was my best time versus his best time. Discrepancy with 9 seconds. I'll have to go to the video on it and see. I've got the 360 cam on. I think we could probably look at it, although it's on the wrong wing to see Eddie stop. But they called it a tie. So that's pretty cool. We both ran really well. It was a little long on the other end, but not bad at all. So they're not timing today. We're just doing this for fun and for the show, and that was fun. So last day ever, Reno Air Races.
Nice run, King.
Short break for a T6. I think they call it a drag. It's like two airplanes take off, one lap. That's what that was. They just did one, and now we're back up again. So we'll go for another 30 minutes, shut down. I think then F1 does a race, and then we go again. So we'll be out here for another hour and a half probably. So yeah, there we go.
The entire envelope of
Kathy
your
and Rod
aircraft,
are the next
not only
race, and you
how
wanted to
quick
race
you can
big tuna?
accelerate, but
30.
how quick you can decelerate and stop, including that distance, that short distance for your landing, braking, and suspension.
We've got number 4, Brian Bowen in lane 2 in that.
Can't hear you.
STOL Fox. On the arm drop. Eddie Sanchez in lane
On the arm drop, here we go. 3, 2, 1, see ya. Eddie, I'm giving you 10 more seconds. Stand by, I'll count you from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, see ya.
Listen to that.
He's running the 998 turbo sidewinder.
Snowmobile engine. So these power sports were able to get some incredible power plants in these lightweight aircraft from Yamaha snowmobile engines and get horsepower ratings upwards of 300.
Brian takes the lead.
Can Eddie catch him here at the start finish? Brian floating over,
Here we go.
getting touchdown for wow. Eddie just tossed it into the line. Who got stopped first?
Oh man, both flags went up, Ron. That was fantastic.
That's another really close race with Eddie. Kevin called it a tie or Eddie on that one. I actually disagree. I was looking over my shoulder and I got it stopped just a hair sooner. He was looking at the flag, so I think it was a flagger delay. We can go to a video on it if it matters, but that was two just like practical ties. It's just really fun racing somebody who's way faster to give us a little head start, but I see him at the turnaround, so I'm kind of racing alone, but he catches me at the end. So the only time I saw him was when I looked over my shoulder to see him stopping, and he just stops a little shorter. I also got into that loose stuff again in lane 2. I'm sure he did in the last race though, so I mean, fair's fair, right? We switched lanes and it was a tie both times pretty much. So it's good to know that when you run your best time against someone else's best time and you stagger the start, the difference of that, then it really just comes down to consistency. And you can just see that we're both running really consistent to be basically hitting those times exactly. So just fun. It's fun. Nobody's making mistakes out here, man. 7 days in a row of this, everyone's got their stuff down. Like, everyone's flying really well. If nothing else, this is like a advanced skills pilot camp being here for a week. It's been really just awesome. I lost track of how many runs. We probably go back and count them, but we're running, at least 3 or 4 a day for a week. You're running over 20 runs on this course. But like 10 hours of flight time on the airplane. A lot of that's sitting here running on the ground, but it's been a blast. So we got one more race probably to do, and then we'll go from there.
Four-second head start, Kevin Palmer. We're clear down course. We're cleared up. I'll count you from 4. I'll start from 5, Brian. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? On the arm drop. 3, 2, 1. See ya. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go get him.
Ty Burlingham, go ahead and taxi up. Ty Burlingham, you're going to race Ty Firkin, the Battle of the Ties.
Eddie, you okay if I have lane 2? Absolutely. About 10 minutes in the session, gang. About 10 minutes left. Good run and clear to taxi. You got him, Kevin, by about a second. Good running. That was a good run. Clear to taxi.
All right, so Kevin called me out on that one, and got up there, kind of came from the back line right into the course, and was a little surprised to be up that quick. And then they gave him a 4-second head start when our best time versus best time, I think, is only about a 2-second difference. But he did get me by about, second or so with a 4-second head start. But I tell you, Kevin Palmer, this guy started doing this like 3 years ago, and he just stepped up his game from winning the bronze back in 2021 to running at the top of the silver, what would be the silver class, the same separation.
2 flags.
I mean, it just shows you the practice and the skills that you develop doing this race. Kevin's really flying amazing. He's got his plane tuned up real good. All these guys, man, I have so much respect for the guys that come out here, make this commitment, and dedicate their time and their focus to what we're doing. It really makes for a great show for the crowd here. They love it, man. We went up to Section 3 yesterday, and they just couldn't get enough of us. It was really, it's fun, man. It's just so cool being here. Starting to get all nostalgic about it being over. So, anyway, that was fun. Hats off to Kevin. Nice race.
I do a little run up here, Bo.
Eddie's hungry for some tuna.
Hey, Kyle, can Brian pull out?
Second head start. Here we go. We're cleared up. We're cleared down. On the arm drop. 3, 2, 1. See ya. I'll count you from 5, Tim. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See ya. See ya.
Looks like Brian Bowen in the number 2 lane with the good lead, with the head start. Oh yeah, Tim Shellhorn with a super highly modified carbon cub. Look at that giant slip he kicks it into. 0340 powered, FADEC, nitrous. Tim's got the works in that silver carbon cub. Come on down and check it out. You won't believe the technology that he's packing into that aircraft. Really improving the breed with STOL drag racing.
Brian Bowen has stopped, turned around, and is headed back in his STOL Fox. That's a Kit Fox fuselage with aftermarket wings. He's running the Yamaha Apex snowmobile engine.
Brian throwing it in the slip already. Tim catching up, flaps on speed, sailing into the start finish. Brian gets touchdown first. Tim's down. Who gets stopped first?
And it looks like Brian Bowen in his number 4 STOL Fox takes the win on that one.
He was able to hang on to that lead.
All right, guys, that was my last run at the Reno Air Races forever. Maybe he'll come back someday, I don't know. But that was the last STOL drag here at Reno. They did call it in my favor against Tim, but keep in mind it was a 10-second lead. That's a lot. So, I was calculating the other day what we need to gain seconds in horsepower. And we roughly came up with somewhere around 12 to 14 horsepower per second, but then you need more and more horsepower as you get down to those last couple seconds. It's just kind of like when you want to go faster, it's just not a smooth ratio. You have more and more horsepower to get that last bit. So, not going to make it in the top 3 with this setup ever. So, it really would require 300 horsepower to compete with these guys somewhere in that range. I don't really want to do that to this engine. I like the reliability of the normally aspirated. I do have the turbo motor. I think if it's something that progresses and it gets to be a bigger sport, then I think I could do a dedicated airframe with a hopped up motor on it. And that's really kind of what some of these guys have done. They do fly them around like a local airport, but I don't think those guys in the top 3 are really flying them anywhere long distance. It's just they're very experimental engines on them. So I don't know. It's something to think about in the future, but I'm just real happy with the way the airplane performed and where we ended up in that top 10, I think. It was a really good time. I really want to thank all the ground crew that volunteered to help with the STOL drag event. Really want to thank Kevin Quinn for giving all of us the opportunity
All right, guys, here we
to
go.
experience this.
All right, guys, here we go. Curly, go ahead and pull up behind Tony. Steve, I'm on my way now to meet you. You're going to follow me.
All right, so we're heading back to the pits, and if you guys are out here, I know I said this yesterday, you won't get it in time on this video, but I hope to see some of you out at the pits here this afternoon as we reconfigure the airplane for the trip home. I'll put the big tires back on, repitch the prop, change out the muffler, and should be good to fly home tomorrow. So thanks again for watching the vlog. I'll probably do one more tomorrow for the trip home, and then we'll see you at High Sierra.
Going for a muffler repair. Ice cream, ice cream, blue tick, uh-oh, I'm illegal. I didn't show my badge.
Oh, he's gone too.
Alright guys, I am sorry I didn't get the vlog out last night. I was beat after the banquet dinner. We went to bed. So, it was a great event. Ended up in 9th place overall. Steve Henry won the first place. Eddie Sanchez got 2nd. Tim Shellhorn got 3rd for our podium. I'll put the results up here in a slide. I haven't seen them yet as far as the times, how close we were between the positions. Ended up 9th, right behind Austin Clemens in the reversible pitch Husky, and then Aaron Greer was 10th behind me, who was on my heels the last couple days. That guy learned to fly that Highlander this week, and he just moved every day his times improved. Hats off to Aaron, great flying, man. Same with Kevin Palmer, outstanding times. Kathy Page was just whipping up on the boys. Our rookie, Rod, coming in his S7. I think he got 13th and Rookie of the Year. Just a great group of guys, man. Everybody at the last couple days was flying so dialed. I mean, it was like pilot camp, like I said earlier. We were just there flying our butts off for 7 days in a row, over 23 runs, I think, a piece on that course. And the planes held up, thank goodness. I mean, I was beating on them. But what a great experience and learning experience, pilot skill-wise. Skill level, especially with learning this new piggyback STOL wing. I went from the first day of just confused of what to do, when to cut, to really working the minute stuff towards the end. I really felt like I improved drastically over the week. If you look at the times, I started out right about 111s, 110s, and worked my way down to 106s. So all that little stuff, like I was telling you, it matters. It does matter. Practice. I wish I had somewhere at home where I could practice a full course, and I don't. So you have to come over here to Dead Cow or somewhere you can have the space to do it. But great event. Really appreciate all of you that came up to the booth and thank me for the vlog, thank me for the channel, thank me for filming the build. I really appreciate that, you guys. I really appreciate hearing that because it's a lot of work, and I just put it out there, and it's not a very successful channel as far as, you know, YouTube success goes, subscribership and viewership. But those of you that do watch it really do get into it, and you appreciate what goes into the build, and then following along with the modifications, and then seeing it applied to a real world competition. I appreciate when you guys come up and say something. So great event. I want to thank everybody, Kevin Quinn, STOL Drag volunteers, rah. What an experience, especially for the last year. Unfortunately, and you know, I think I should address it in the vlog because I don't know if all of you followed along the other classes and the other news out of Reno, but after we finished yesterday, we finished about 10 o'clock. Had all the different class finals, and they got to the gold class of the T6 race, and they finished the race, and during the landing pattern, we had a midair, and two of the T6 pilots crashed and were killed. A terrible way to end Reno. I don't know what else to really say about it. It's what we all fear during these events. And we tried to rally around the guys in the T6 class last night, rally around the management staff at Reno. The banquet was very somber, although we did recognize the achievements of all the pilots, even those that were in the accident. And we did issue the awards for the achievements that were made this week, but it was not a celebration. It was almost like a memorial, an instant memorial, and it was awful, to be honest. Some of the other pilots in our class decided not to go because they knew how heavy the atmosphere would be, and it was an unfortunate way to end the history of the Reno Air Races. So we were doing so well, man. We had such a good, clean week. We had the one engine failure with Dreadnought, but was handled so well, so successful on the landing. I mean, just boom, came in, landed, no big deal. We had a couple other maydays that ended all no damage. We had a couple little dings in our class with one going up or two hitting the wing, but we were doing well. We were doing really well, and I don't think even the crowd knew for quite a while, other than the fact that everything had stopped. There was an announcer kind of rambling on for a long time, trying to fill the air, fill the space. And I was actually configuring the plane for the trip home, and I started hearing the announcer kind of talking about safety and response vehicles, and I'm like, oh, I think we might have had a mayday. And it took a while before the news came out, and then we started getting texts was blowing up, and I have a friend who was in that race, and I started to panic that it might have been him. It took about an hour to get confirmation of which two aircraft were involved. Luckily it wasn't my friend, or my friends that run that team and the pilot, but they knew one of the pilots, or both the pilots, but they knew one of them very well. They were all kind of intertwined with the teams, and they are devastated. And I'm so sorry to the families and to those guys that happened. I'm sorry that the event ended that way. I wanted to mention it here so you guys don't think I just, don't didn't care about it. It affected us greatly, and was not how we wanted to end the event. Anyway, got a long day ahead. I'm dropping the plane off, getting in my buddy's plane with him. He's going to fly me back over. I want to recognize Jeff Donis for being my ferry pilot back and forth. What a great friend Jeff is to do that. Then I pick up the truck and trailer. It's about a 4-hour trip back, and then I should be home with the family tonight. I'll edit this up, get it out to you guys, and thanks so much for watching the vlog. I really appreciate the comments you guys are putting in there, and we'll do it again. We'll do it again at High Sierra. I don't know if I'll be able to get them up each day because of the internet coverage out there, but I'll try to do this again. It's a bit of work, but I think you guys like to see what's going on as it's going on. So, until next time.